Attention! Liverpool receives major boost in striker pursuit after deal confirmed. Newcastle ready to make key decision on Alexander Isak amid Liverpool interest and crucial negotiations planned. Breaking! RB Leipzig interested in signing a top Liverpool midfielder this transfer window? Hello, Reds fan. Come check out the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. According to widely circulated reports in the sports media, Liverpool is very close to completing the sale of striker Darwin Nunes to Al Hilal, one of the leading clubs in the Saudi Pro League. Al Hilal had already identified Nunes as their top target, especially after missing out on signing Victor Osimhen, whose loan to Galatasaray became a permanent move. This negotiation represents a strategic opportunity for both sides. For Liverpool, the potential transfer of Nunes doesn't just mean the departure of an important player. It also offers a chance to reorganize and strengthen the squad. The English club would not only free up space in the attacking sector, but also receive a significant financial injection essential to reinforce other areas of the team that require attention, especially as they look for a suitable replacement. Parallel to this move, Liverpool's interest in Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak is gaining momentum once again. Recently, the Reds submitted a substantial offer of around £110 million plus add-ons, but the proposal was rejected by the St. James Park club. After that rejection, many sources suggested Liverpool's interest in Isak had cooled. However, this scenario seems to have shifted significantly now that the Nunes deal is advancing. According to renowned journalist Fabrizio Romano, Al Hilal is very close to finalizing the signing of Darwin Nunes, which would provide Liverpool with a major financial boost. That money will be crucial for the Reds to raise their offer for the Swedish striker and present a more attractive deal to Newcastle. Newcastle remains firm in its stance, demanding around £150 million to release their star forward, well above Liverpool's initial offer. The imminent sale of Nunes is expected to provide Liverpool with the resources needed to increase their bid. In doing so, the club not only frees up a spot in the attack, but also gains greater financial power to make another attempt to sign Isak with a more competitive offer for Newcastle. The Darwin Nunes transfer and the renewed interest in Alexander Isak illustrate how Liverpool is strategically moving to reshape its squad, balance finances, and strengthen the team with key players who can make a difference in the upcoming season's pursuit of titles and results. Newcastle United faces a decisive moment this Wednesday regarding the future of Alexander Isak. With manager Eddie Howe scheduled to meet with the Swedish striker, his first meeting in 2 weeks, amid ongoing interest and rumors linking the player to Liverpool. Meanwhile, the situation involving Benjamin Sesko's potential arrival grows more complex. Despite rumors suggesting Sesko may prefer a move to Manchester United over Newcastle, internal sources at St. James Park claim they have yet to receive a final decision from the RB Leipzig star. Despite the urgency to sign Sesko or another striker, Howe remains focused on what he can control, with Isak's possible reintegration into the first team being his immediate priority. According to Chronicle Live, the manager isn't concerned about potential negative reactions from the squad, as players like Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon have recently expressed support for Isak in interviews. In addition to internal matters, Howe is preparing the team for upcoming home matches at St. James Park against 2 La Liga clubs. He aims to set the right tone and deliver a clear message, as more than 100,000 Newcastle fans will see the team in action at home for the first time since May. Howe has chosen not to hold pre-match press conferences for these fixtures, but has committed to speaking to journalists afterward. This means there won't be any official comments on Isak's status before the Espanyol match, but Howe's plan is reportedly to have the striker feature, depending on his fitness. Any absence from Isak could stir further transfer speculation, especially following behind-the-scenes efforts by the striker's agent, Vlado Lemic, to facilitate his departure from the club. The reality is clear. Isak has been influenced by Lemic, and Newcastle is well aware that the striker ultimately wants to join Liverpool. The longer Newcastle delays in finding a replacement, the more challenging it becomes for both club and player, leaving the door open for the Swede to wear the black and white shirt again. So far, Howe has refrained from taking a hardline stance with Isak, knowing he may still need to rely on the striker soon. Despite the ongoing challenges with both Isak and Sesko, Newcastle is pushing ahead with plans to bring in a top-tier forward. Sources close to the club's board indicate that financial resources are available, especially after resolving issues related to PSR, profit and sustainability rules, salary cap, and financial fair play, which paves the way for more effective negotiations in the coming weeks.
RB Leipzig is determined to strengthen its midfield, and according to information initially published by Transfermarkt and later confirmed by The Athletic, the German club is interested in signing Harvey Elliot, the young Liverpool midfielder and England under-21 international. Leipzig's management sees Elliot as the ideal replacement for Xavi Simons, who is very close to completing a move to Chelsea, leaving a technical and creative gap in the squad. Sources indicate that talks between the parties are already underway. Harvey Elliot is said to have spoken directly with RB Leipzig's coach, Ole Werner, and sporting director Marcel Schäfer. The interest appears to be mutual, and the German club's sporting project seems to have pleased the player, who is looking for more protagonism and regular playing time in the upcoming season. Liverpool, aware of Elliot's potential and market value, has set a minimum asking price of £40 million if a buyback clause is included in the deal. Without that clause, the fee rises to £50 million. The main question is, does Leipzig have the financial capability to meet that demand? All signs point to yes. The German club is on the verge of raising significant funds from the sale of key assets. Xavi Simons could be sold for around €70 million, while Benjamin Sesko is getting closer to being transferred to Manchester United for €85 million. With these two departures, RB Leipzig would have over €150 million at its disposal, more than enough to fund the signing of Harvey Elliot. If the deal moves forward, Elliot could become the second most expensive signing in Leipzig's history, behind only Xavi Simons, who was permanently acquired earlier this year. Liverpool, on the other hand, may be about to lose a promising talent, but would benefit from a strategic sale amid a squad overhaul being led by Arne Slot. Time will tell whether Elliot's desire for more playing time will influence his decision and whether Leipzig's project will be convincing enough to persuade him to leave Anfield this summer. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.